time zones, my Sakonauts. I'm Sako Tumi, also known as the Witch of Tylwyth Teg, and welcome to the Monday Morning Witchy Hour. Today, we're going to talk about Sanctums and Guardians. Hello, hello, hello. RC Scott. RC Scott said hello. Hi, RC. Happy Monday. Where are my notes? If we haven't met before, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. It is very nice to meet you. If you have been here before, it's so lovely to see you back. I love you guys. I'd like to start this morning with a different meditation. Hello, RC.
Pound me the witch drum, pound me the witch drum, better pray for hell. Good morning.
Good morning.
How art thou?
I am doing wonderfully.
Cool.
So I was just about to start the meditation. Today I'm doing a different one. I am kind of walking you through making a inner sanctum so that you have a safe place to do magic. Even if you don't have like physical space, like at least you have mental space.
What's the difference between an altar and inner sanctum? If there is a difference.
How do you mean?
Well, I didn't know if it was just like, semantics when it comes to like inner sanctum and your altar or your safe spot. Oh,
your altar is like a physical, like I have altars within my sanctums. They are like kind of like the workbench.
Inner sanctum is like a bedroom.
Yeah.
Cool. I learned new things today.
Yay. Okay. I'm gonna get moving on that thing.
So what is the meditation ritual or theme today?
It is to create a domain. I'm gonna put the word domain up on the screen so that people don't mispronounce it.
Welcome to the inner sanctum.
Ja, domain. It's a French word.
So there'd be domain?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Define domain. Oh, domain.
Which is like kind of like a private Idaho.
Fascinating. So how was your night?
Oh, how was my night? I spent it mostly sleeping. I ate. I had an ecstatic experience eating apples and peanut butter.
First time?
Not first time, but it was the first time in a long time. And it was everything I hoped it would be.
Yeah, people sleep on that peanut butter and apples thing. I guess from the outside it does look kind of weird because I put A1 sauce in my fries. You don't know by looking at it. You try it though.
A1 on fries is good too.
I know. But I watched a documentary on shroomies. It was really cool.
Shrooms. I have a bunch of friends who are microdosing and treating mental illness with shrooms.
Yeah, I mean, that was a portion of it, but it like fungus all together in nature. It explained like their own animal kingdom and how they, get everything going, how they break down the soil when things decompose and help, kind of set up this network with the plants, the insects, that kind of stuff. They set up signals for them to do their job to help kind of I say pollinate.
Yeah.
Help solidify the ecosystem or some shit like
Mhm.
that. But yeah, they eventually talked about the fun mushrooms, and it was mostly like it kind of downbrowed the whole doing it for fun, you know,
Oh,
but more of just like to have a vision and experience, you know,
oh,
get through
sure.
trauma, stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I got you. Okay, so 5 minutes in, I'm going to do the meditation thing. Da-da-da-da. Sit with your hands in your lap and close your eyes. Let's see. The domain is essentially your own private Idaho. The one I'm going to help you with is going to be local, but once you are comfortable with it, you can move it and its entirety to another plane. I'll go into planes when I start talking about hedge riding. That is actually a different video. So if I think about it, I will link it in the description. So I'm going to lead you through a meditation that will help you create said private Idaho or domain. Get as comfortable as you can in your chair. Let your hands rest loosely in your lap. Close your eyes and take a deep breath in. Hold it for a moment, then let it go completely. Take another deep breath in, and as you do so, imagine a light. Oh, excuse me. Imagine you are breathing in pure love. As you exhale, you are sending out forgiveness. Take a third deep breath in and hold it for a moment. And as you exhale completely, you feel all the worries of the day being released and a sensation of relaxation beginning to fill your body. It enters at the top of your head and spreads down over your face, neck, and shoulders. This relaxing feeling now expands along your back, down your legs, and out through your feet. It is as if relaxation is a constant flow of soothing energy entering from your head and passing out through your toes. You are in a room with 4 white walls. You wake naked, laying on the floor. The ceilings are only 8 feet. The floor is white marble, and there are no windows. There are statues and furniture that you didn't put there. The 2 statues are busts that are made from styrofoam so as not to hurt yourself or others. Who are they of? Instead of windows, there are pictures a child has drawn of what the outside world must look like. What are they pictures of? There is a desk and 2 chairs, but no place to sleep. Describe the desk and its contents. You think you are locked in this room, but instead it opens and blue is the person on the other side. Her hair barely touches her shoulders and the bottom 3 inches have been dipped a rich navy blue. She mirrors your height, your weight, your build, but has a calmness around her that makes you feel like you've found safety and a home in this awful room. Well, she says, if it's so awful, let's change it. The walls don't have to be drywall. They can be whatever you want. The windows don't have to be pretend. We can make actual windows. What do they look like? What is outside? Do you even want the deck? You could replace it. What kind of place would you feel comfortable having Blue hang out in? Is it okay that I hang out here with you for a minute? This is nice. Now that the domain is created, you can either stay here to sleep, to meditate, and eventually you can bring people that matter to you here. I can stay for a moment if that would help. Remember that you can return to a place of peace anytime you want to by simply closing your eyes and saying to yourself, I can choose peace rather than this. Take one last deep breath, and as you exhale, begin to wiggle your fingers and toes. When you are ready, open your eyes. Welcome back. That was, if you have just walked in, that was a meditation to create a name. Which is like a safe space in your head. Some people create it out of trauma, like I did. But I think kind of like doing it as part of your maintenance is kind of nice. As long as you don't like completely dissociate from life, which I did a lot.
I get that.
It can be a slippery slope. Hi, Cool Gamer. Thanks for the support. It's always nice to see you.
Do you feel like, disconnecting, disassociating in the past makes it easier to do it again? Because I have a feeling like for a lot of people that one is the worst one. After that, it just makes it a lot easier to just cut everything out if you need to.
I don't know. I've been doing it so long to the point where it was considered a mental illness. So I don't remember when it started, and I don't remember what it was like to like that first like retreat into myself that like I mean my domain was not a pleasant place for a really long time. But it was my safe space, right? So I kind of like, I didn't like revamp it into a nice place until like in 2019 or so. I was participating in something called Super Better. Actually, no, that was before 2016. Now that I think about it. Because I wasn't medicated, and doing Super Better, it is designed for people who are recovering from brain trauma or severe depression or severe anxiety, stuff like that. And it gives you exercises every day, every week, depending on how often you check in. And one of the exercises is to draw your safe space with upgrades. So I upgraded the hell out of my domain, and it's still kind of like that. I upgraded a little bit here and there, but like it made a new baseline, like at a higher quality, higher, like I wanted it to be a place where I could do magic, right? And I wanted it to be a safe space, both for my tulpas and for myself. And so I have a garden. as well, which is where I do most of my work. And I had a trespasser at one point, and he was wondering why he couldn't get to my domain, why he couldn't make it to my room. And I don't have a door. So he can't come in because I don't have doors.
No doors.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is a cave with a penguin in it.
Cool.
That's Tyler Durden. I kind of was interested, well, not only through Fight Club, but also, have you ever watched the series Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yes.
Have you? Yeah, the Mind Palace. That's where
Mhm.
I kind of was interested in that concept, and
Cool.
so it was actually like not too long after I, put the party hat down. I was kind of, working out my energy anyway, so that helped. So Inner Sanctum, Mind Palace, tomato, tomato.
Hi, Katerina. Also, hi, Rita. I meant to say hi too.
Hi, Rita.
All right, card. And I have a guest who can actually like chat people up while I am shuffling.
Who am I going to chat up?
Well, you can chat me up. You can chat up the chat.
Won't
I'm
you
gonna
chat
take a
me
minute.
up?
Take a minute to
Oh,
make sure with these guys.
I guess I'll rattle about my Friday evening.
Sure.
I had 3 events going on that night.
Mm-hmm.
It was Friday, no, Saturday, duh. Oh my God, my brain. So, 3 events. 2 of them were my friends DJing at 2 separate places. One downtown in the Loop, doing like kind of like 80s kind of post punk a little bit. I barely even know her. She just sent me an invite on Facebook, and I'm like, I guess she's always reacting. So I'll stop in and say hello. Well, I end up dicking off to the last minute. I had enough time to run in there, cut through a sea of people, go up to the DJ table, say hi, hand her one of my author promo flyers, cut right back through there and out the door. I was back on the train in like 5 minutes.
Oh man.
And I went saw a Rocky Horror Picture Show at this whole live event. Folks out there ever seen that great movie? Ever since it came out, people have been doing these midnight screenings where they have like performers in front of the stage acting out all the scenes in costume and miming the dialogue and the songs.
Right.
It was so fucking cool.
And there are props like
oh yeah, they were throwing out like rice,
throwing
plates,
rice,
toilet
blowing
paper,
bubbles,
like, condoms thrown
yeah,
on. It's funny during that. Every time they would throw up something, see, people out there who don't know, I kind of do this weird promotion where with my stories, I'll get out like flyers with a QR code of my stuff, and I'll do like old school Band-Aids, walking around, putting it underneath like windshield wipers, sticking it in the bathroom, stuff like that. Well, I was doing that last at the show. Every time they would throw something, like whether it be rice or plates, I'd throw up a little handful of my flyers across the audience too with them up in the air, like, hey,
right.
I'm smart. But anyways, awesome. They actually, the way they kind of diversified the cast. But all right, I'm done yapping.
Go for it.
No, that was it. Just clever promoting, I guess, on my end. It's fine. I can't do it online. I can do it offline.
In person, like in the physical world.
I can walk up to the singer of Clan of Zymox and say, I am RC and I write horror. But I think I probably plugged all of my stories 3 times each since they've been released.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm messing up somewhere.
I like to plan, not to change the subject, like away from.
It's your show.
Yeah, but I don't even remember what I was gonna say.
Promotion.
I do a book tour of sorts on the internet, so I kind of like. I'll do it a little bit before and a little bit after. A little bit being like 3 months. But I'll go on other people's streams, I'll do interviews, I'll promote the book for 2 hours. And I do that like at least 3 times, maybe more, ideally more. And then I put all of the interviews on my writer website, and people can watch them in post.
And I think of that. I've done a few of those.
Mm-hmm.
But it's funny how I do it. Like I dropped No Strings Attached, promoted it for a couple months, then dropped Midnight Double Feature, never promoted it again. Did the same thing. Then Skin Auction came out. Same shit. I haven't promoted the last two, and I promoted Skin Auction for the third time like last week.
Oh, wow.
I feel like maybe for short stories and novellas, they're not worth promoting the hell out of like you would a novel or a collection.
I don't know. Like my little novelette, I haven't marketed it as I should, but like I wanna do a campaign where I promote it somehow.
And I'll need a link to that campaign, which you never got me.
Oh, the thing that's not open yet? Yeah.
Yeah. See, I'm a lot better at promoting my friends than I am myself, too. I'm like their hype man when it comes to my own shit. Can't even drop an EP.
Yeah. So our card is the Star, which is a card of hope and wishes and aspirations. Regarding the Devil, which is like addictions and lousy situations that you put yourself into, but you could get out anytime you want. However, you don't. You are stuck in your own hell. And then the Three of Swords, which is depression and heartache and sorrow, things that so maybe you hope that stuff is over, right? So what do you think, RC?
Those cards look familiar. Namely, the stuck in your own hell part. That was my main problem for a long time. And there are multiple hells that you can be stuck in at once in your own mind.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
How they are applicable to me is I have worked very hard to achieve my dreams, and I have come to the conclusion that I am running out of dreams to aspire to. So I spent yesterday coming up with new dreams. And because I have one friend who is like, you should always have goals, like, which I do, but they're not like lifelong dreams or anything like that. So to have a new like benchmark that I want to hit is like, that's a big step for me. So that's my Star, right? My Devil is the stagnation that I was in. Maybe not necessarily like the worst position to be in, because I'm grateful for everything that I have and kind of like resting on my laurels that I achieved my dreams and I want to enjoy it for a while. So I did that for 3 months. I am on, so my signifier for a lot of readings before I was medicated was the Three of Swords. And I am heavily medicated to prevent that from being my baseline. So And I guess that's also my devil, right? Is that Three of Swords baseline that I had.
Well, I guess I really don't tell a lot of people this, but the more I keep going deep down, the more I get fired up. Not just with enthusiasm, just with potential, and I don't know. I get like the more ideas come to mind, and also the more I write, I guess I'm getting a little better at it, and starting to get that confidence thing going.
Cool.
Not over the line like some people, but yeah, I'm starting to see a little thing there, and I'm going to try to not expand upon it, but grow on it.
Yes.
And
I have a couple of dreams that are actually in process right now. Like they have not completed yet. So like I went to be, for the longest time, I wanted to be an established comic artist. So I basically talked that into fruition. And I scratch my head. I can't remember what I was going with that.
As a kid, I wanted to be like in movies at first, like acting and stuff like that. Then I realized I hate it when people have a bunch of, I have a bunch of attention on me, being the center of attention. I'm like, oh my God, it would blow my brains out.
You don't want to be the center of attention.
Then I wanted to just play guitar, be in the next Metallica, be in the next Pantera, which I still would mind doing, but that's more of like, look. Then I got the reality of the music business. And this, like, right when I was like playing guitars, when Napster started coming out, which kind of like was the, I guess, watershed moment for me. I mean, musicians didn't really make shit off their records to begin with, but download came along, over with. The only thing they're making money off is tour and merchandise or whatever they want to do on the side.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Then the endless touring. You never sleep. You barely eat. Probably partying all the time just to keep going. And meeting plenty of musicians in my life, that's what they do.
That
get to
is
like
what they do.
They're on like a 60-day tour, and they're on, or a 90-day tour on their 30th day straight. And you're just looking at them, the dead eyes, probably hopped up on something or drunk all the time. And I was like, yeah, I really don't want that life. Even though like I could probably still do it without partying, but God, that would just
So it all depends on the genre that you hit. Because I feel like there's a different culture.
You do got to bring a lot more, like metal. You got to bring a lot more energy to the stage, and that wears you out too.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm pretty sure, like all those old school like '80s thrash bands, like the members, like Metallica and Slayer, they all have had neck surgery from decades of head banging and jumping around on stage, screaming their heads off. So that was out of the door. Then yeah, writing, which is probably the one I've applied myself to the most, other than guitar. But even that, I really didn't write many of my own things. I was just mimicking. But when it comes to hell in my own mind, you know enough about me. Negative thought patterns, all that shit, and just focusing on focusing on the empty cups was my game for a long time. I could have a whole room full of full cups. I'm staring at the two in my hand that are empty, like I have nothing.
Yeah.
Always hanging on the back end, regretting the past, ignoring the present until it becomes past regrets. Future anxiety, stuff like that, finally breaking away from all of it. And just, I guess, also adjusting to people and really getting an understanding of certain personality types recently. Instead of just being confused about this person, trying to understand them a lot more. That's helped. Instead of you see somebody as an asshole and saying like that's an asshole, think why is he an asshole right now? I'm pretty sure he wasn't just born fuck you all, unless they're me. Yeah. I guess when it comes to my biggest enemy, focus, time, and just not overwhelming myself, like rushing myself, basically. Sticking to one thing, not thinking about the 4 projects you have in mind and going, that's like, oh shit, what do I do first? What's more important? What's almost done? What can I get something out of quicker?
What is the where do you have the most progress is usually how I prioritize. So in 2020, I lost my job as a comic artist, and I was like, I have nothing better to do with my time than go back and work on some projects. And I was like eyeballs deep into author tune. And I was like, I should release a book because I want to do that before I wanted to do it before I was 40. And I picked the project that I was the most progress on, and that was the most furthest ahead. Just barreled through the stuff required and to self-publish, and my only regret is that I did it Storyteller's Vault instead of Amazon. Though a lot of people made accounts on Storyteller's Vault that they could download my book. So I learned a lot that I am selling myself, and whatever I'm doing, people are interested, right? So I'm kind of like bouncing around to different projects at various stages of progress, and like I still want to call myself a comic artist, even though I haven't worked on 3 sillies in a hot minute, which I will try to do today, maybe.
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, I know. All right.
Yeah. With me, it's picking one and sticking to it. At least, like for that moment, I have time to write. What do I want to do? If whatever I'm like, I guess it's fresher in my head more. Like I get whenever I'm feeling more at that time, be more
right.
instead of it's better than I want to write this, but this one's more important, so I'm going to go to that. So I think I'm going to try to find that balance where, like, I've set up a time to write, which is usually in the morning, and just try to have in one in mind what I want to work on and what I want to do with it.
And that's the tricky part, right? You don't necessarily have to monetize every single thing that you write.
I preferred.
If you release it at all, right? I have a whole bunch of work that I will never release because it is way personal, and like I hold it so dear to my heart that I don't want to release it to the outside world yet.
I get it. I have one story written by hand that only one person has ever read and they will ever read. And I have 2 fan fiction stories which I, gave to the author and no longer care about.
Oh.
Well, I mean, unless they're going to release it in a series, tell me. Otherwise, I don't care. It's more of a practice session.
Oh, gotcha.
Also, I wanted to try working with a character I didn't create. Trying, like, my knowledge of them, trying an interpretation of it. Something I never done before. I've only written 2 fan fiction stories ever. I almost tried to write a Batman story when I was like 6.
Oh.
I struggled over spelling Gotham City and quit.
Oh, I gotcha.
I'm kidding. Well, kind of.
Kind of.
It's part of the truth.
So the general daily horoscope for April 10th, 2023 is to relax, let go. Everything is in perfect flow. That said, the moon doesn't give us easy beginnings to the day, as she quibbles with stubborn Mercury and disagrees with offbeat Uranus, adding to any frustration we feel and potentially preventing progress. Luckily, Luna is then free to meet up with the confident sun and reinvigorate us to move forward. Plus, the moon also trines positive Jupiter at 10:55 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, increasing our luck and assisting us in overcoming our prior limitations. Trust the process.
Trust the process.
Mm-hmm. You're an Aries? Pisces? Oh, I can't remember.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Well, I'm always right. What do you think? My birthday was last Tuesday.
Okay.
I'm a ram, yo.
Well, Ram, a choice between going and staying could currently be in front of you. It might be difficult to tell if you should spend more time making a stable foundation in a place where you're not totally satisfied, or if you should wager your security on a bet that might end way better or much worse. While staying in the situation that's comfortable may feel less nerve-wracking, you're likely meant to be forging a new path for yourself. Don't be afraid to grow.
How old is this thing? It feels belated. For me, at least.
A little belated.
Like about a month and a half belated, but yeah, for sure. I definitely had one of those.
Wow.
Kind of like calcifying and being in a place that was, I was wasting too much energy on it and I couldn't grow there. I mean, I was there out of habit, comfort, and because I thought I was a part of it. I wasn't. I was not. And I kind of always knew that too. And like some always acted me like, if you don't fit somewhere, don't force it. Don't keep trying to adjust yourself because you're always going to have to, and it's just going to make you miserable.
Yeah.
And ever since breaking from that and being able to work on my own stuff, it's like, fuck, I don't even miss that crap.
Yeah.
I was wasting my life.
Ooh.
And not really. Okay, that was extreme. I learned a lot from the experience. A lot of good things too. A lot of things I've kind of incorporated in my own core principles.
Nice.
And I think I'm better for it. And with also breaking away from that and advancing in my own way, finding my own one piece.
Yeah.
With my own Tony Chopper. I love that reindeer.
So I have two topics that are closely related today. Let's see if I can set up my desk in a way that is accessible. Wait, let's talk about sanctums. Sanctum is kind of like a magical space in physical or astral or mental, like wherever. It doesn't matter where. But you can make a physical space rather sanctified. And there are ways to go about making your room magical. And I like to include wards to my symptoms in the sense that I ward against people with ill intent. So they don't psychically attack me or physically attack me or I mostly do wards to avoid conflict. So first step to making a sanctum is to, number one, unfuck the room. So my room, I'm a bit of a hoarder, and organized piles is kind of my jam. It drives my husband crazy. So I need to find a way to come to a compromise, I think. Eventually I will unfuck my room again. And I currently use my bedroom. I have like a section of my bedroom that is like my altar. It's like this huge trunk that I use as an altar base. It's actually what do they call them? It was designed to hold all the linens and clothes and stuff for after you're married. And it's way older than I am. Like, it's from a day where you had wish chests that you stocked them up while you were engaged, and you have all of your stuff after you're married. Now, like I've been married since 2014, but I like to store linens and stuff in the chest, and then on top of the chest is my altar. And I think it drives my husband crazy, but I don't care.
I'm trying to envision my inner sanctum right now. I keep picturing a really dark throne room, the occasional torch lighting up a small little orb area, and everything's carved out of onyx. Kind of like that devil room in Legend.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, I don't know if that's just like the negative room I created, or it's just me being dark and weird, like, cool. Or both.
Or both.
But I like my room.
That is cool. You should like your room. Like, you
I'll
can make
eventually
it
put up
look what the fuck you want. Like,
I'll eventually get a stereo in there, maybe some posters.
Make it homey.
I'll be right back. I gotta throw my load in the dryer.
Okay. So step 2 is to enchant mirrors to give a self-esteem boost. You got to be careful with enchanting mirrors, in the sense that they are also portals to other dimensions and other planes of existence. So unless you ward your mirrors, you will have spirits of all kinds coming through it, and possibly making your life miserable or better. Or, I mean, not everybody is super evil, but that gets into like the types of spirits that you would find on the astral plane, and that is a whole other topic. I think I have a thing on hedge writing and stuff like that on my channel. Just look under the live streams, and I'm sure you will find the hedge writing channel. I think I have one. I think I have an actual video on local spirits, working with the dead, and working with non-local spirits. I think I did a trial. I did like a workshop. There we go, like a 3-day workshop where I read the notes from my Book of Mirrors, and they were. I haven't looked at the analytics yet, now that I think about it. I should do that sometime soon. Okay, number 3, make a magic welcome charm that is a negative energy ward. So like a mat, like a like a little rug or something, you can imbue. You can do a wreath or a door hanging or something hung on the doorknob, like etc. Plant lavender by your door. I have lavender in my front yard, along with mint, which is a invasive species. It is spearmint that has overtaken my entire yard. But the lavender is still there. So in the summer, my yard smells awesome. Let's see, line your windowsill with protective stones. Choose an outfit for rituals.
Speaking of mint.
Hey, Mint. Hey, yo.
She must have heard
Glad you can make it. So, I no longer change my clothes. I kind of like changed my wardrobe to line up with my witch paradigm. So I'm always dressed for magic. Or I'll just do it sky-clad.
You know what I'm doing that I haven't done since I was a teenager?
What's that?
I'm gonna start regularly wearing clothes that aren't all black. I know. Since I got my friend she owns a boutique. Seamstress always making shit. She's been like keep throwing colors. I'm like, oh my god, you look good in this navy blue. Oh my god, this hunter green. Oh my god, you look good in deep purple.
Yeah, you would.
Is it free? Walmart it is.
Walmart it is.
I was eyeballing a really cool navy blue X-Men shirt from like back in the day.
Oh, cool.
It is so blue.
It is like X-Men blue?
Yes.
Ah.
It's like the Marvel logo blue instead of the red, and occasionally black.
I do have robes and drapes and all kinds of other witchy stuff that I kind of like I relegate to doing craft work. Yeah, I wouldn't wear them out in public. That would be kind of messed up.
I triple dog dare you.
To wear my robes in public?
Yes.
I also have dresses that are specifically for like medieval events or craft work. Though they're starting to fit funny because I've been gaining weight and losing weight and your arm.
Yep, that's me.
Let's see. Anoint fake flowers with oil for a dash of protection. I have
wake up. Wake up.
Wake up. So I also have a collection of oils. So I actually get my oils from witches markets and from Wish, of all places, because I'd rather spend like $1 on a gram than $20 on a gram it would be like at the grocery store. Crystals associated with abundance in the bottom of a jar, and then fill it with dirt, and then put a succulent at the top and make sure the succulent doesn't die. that would help. Let's see. Sigils placed under your mattress. I have an anti-nightmare sigil that I keep under my bed. So I have stressful dreams now, but they're not so exacerbated to be full-on nightmares.
I have a nightmare occasionally. Like most of my dreams, though, like they're just really shallow and brief, and they don't really seem to make much sense. Like even the nightmares, just a really probably jump scare moment, or maybe occasional like disturbed Cronenbergian style shit. But otherwise, not like when I was a kid, where like you feel like you're in that shit forever, and that dream like it's never gonna end.
Yeah, that was like my teen years, my dreams.
Yeah.
So
I'll take a picture of that shirt, by the way.
I actually have a story regarding that particular charm. You can sprinkle coffee on something to like kind of tell, like coffee beans, to tell spirits or gods or whatever to like, come on, like do stuff, and it gives them energy, and it's an offering.
Guys like coffee.
Yes, depending on the god. But I didn't take into account the total aspect of time magic. So I was experiencing dreams that were the dreams were probably 4 months to 4 years, 6 years in length in dream time, and then so I was waking up more tired than I went to bed. I was waking up feeling older, feeling tired. And I confessed to my chaot buddy, who specializes in time magic. And I was like, why am I having this like second life sort of thing happening? Like I had like a whole different set of friends. I had a whole different place where I lived. I had a whole different like it was totally a second life that I was living, right? And in my sleep. And I went to my friend and I was like, help, what am I doing wrong? And she was like, it's the coffee. Take the coffee off of the sigil and try it again and see how it goes. And second life dreams no longer happen.
Oof. Have you ever read that Junji Ito story where that guy's falling asleep and he'll be like in the drink for like 20 fucking years, and that kept increasing like centuries, and by the end,
I read that when I was going through that.
Oh my fucking god. Oh, like somebody that like has had dreams like that, that scares the shit out of me.
He wanted to sleep more because that's where his wife was, and like, yeah, I read that story when I was experiencing that, and I was like, they're stalking my life. Oh, it's like the convenience, or the not convenience, the association is too wide to connect. Does that make sense?
Well, it just shows you like you weren't the only one, and it is one of those things like, oh man, that'd be scary.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can do.
He was actually aging, if I remember correctly.
I think gradually, yeah, but by the end,
By the end, he was
like fungus, basically, just like a stiff.
Yeah, he was basically comatose. Herbal satchels, which can do a bunch of stuff. It depends on what kind of mood you want to your space. I hang chimes and rosemary and a kind of dry sage there too in my kitchen, which is like my husband's sacred space. And you can, so I do it for protection. I do it to break up bad chi or bad energy. Yeah. Chimes are great too. Like chimes or bells or, stuff that you can beat a pot, like just, I saw a meme where there was a example of a witch like ringing bells for her spell and saying, "Oh, bad spirits go away." And then it shows like what that particular witch does, and she's beating a cast iron pan and saying, "Get the fuck out! I see you. Get out." This is the same witch who like throws apples into the woods at night, so that they can do witchcraft in the woods without being harassed by the fae.
Interesting.
Yeah. Had some lovely green magic flow through me yesterday. Cool. Our whole family was out in the yard and cleaning gardens and bundling the wood. Rabbits came to visit too, and I saw a yellow finch. Oh, all the green magic.
I went for a walk and had some really delicious Middle Eastern coffee not from Yemen, but it was Yemen coffee.
Oh, nice.
It was really good.
Yes, I love Yemen.
And I caught a mood. I was sitting there walking on the sidewalk, listening to some metal, and just had one of those, good to be alive moments.
Good to be alive moments.
I felt reborn. I had risen and walking among the earth.
Mint was the only one who got sunburned. That is tragic.
Do you burn fast?
I do not. I tan dark.
With me, like, the Irish Scandinavian side, it burns really fast and it burns hard. Mm-hmm. But then I also got a lot of Cherokee in me. So like after that first burn, it just darkens and darkens. So like by August, September.
Exactly. By August, I am super dark. I do burn, but and it's particularly bad at Penzik when I'm wearing like a top that has a bare midriff, because I'm wearing belly dance gear a lot during Penzik. I can, while I'm shopping and stuff like that, I can often burn. And this past year, I got like 2nd-degree burns, and our neighboring camp was like, "Ooh, here is some afterburn care."
Yeah, 2nd-degree burn hurts.
Like it was not pink, but full on red.
Yep.
And bordering on like bubbling.
It didn't bubble for you?
It didn't bubble, but it did shed, and it was all along the side of my body, all along my back, like, so I had people's hands on me a lot while they were treating my burns.
I was down at Panama City when I was a kid, and I fell asleep on the beach, woke up with 2nd-degree burns to my shoulders.
Oh no.
Oh, it was, oh God, that was the most agonizing couple of days. And yeah, then blistered up around the shoulders and crusted off. And I had to get like some weird salve for it. Yep. I still remember the feeling of that 20 years later.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty bad. So mint ghost burns very red, and then the skin peels away to reveal pale skin again, leaving only a few freckles. So your tan happens in little bursts. Cycle repeats. I try not to burn or wear sunblock, or not wear sunblock. I'm usually so anal about sunblock, but I haven't burned in years. So this is an experience of why you don't go without sunblock, especially if you're pale. So I burn, and then when the dead skin comes off, I have tan underneath. But my tan lines are weird because I was wearing belly dance gear.
You have a belly line.
Not just a belly line, but like shoulder lines, and yeah. Funny.
When I worked at the junkyard, yeah, I'd get the farmer's tan all the time, and I'd have it on my neck real bad.
Last but not least, purple door is the door to open-mindedness and the home of a witch. And one of these days, I would like to have a purple door. That would be super rad. See page 136 for wards in the house witch. So maybe that'll be another episode. I thought I was going to get into local spirits and guardians and stuff like that. However, our time is up.
Oh no.
If you like this video at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button and maybe even ring that bell on the off chance that YouTube actually like notifies you when I go live and do a subject and do the things. You might want to subscribe so that happens, right? Have a great day. I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Oh, Sako, before you cut off, someone's watching the stream. They just texted me. Their door is bright blue. What do you think about
cool. that? Calm.
Calm.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
All right.
I started to cut you off. They were like, wait,
I'm getting a text message.
Talk about the blue.
Talk about the blue. I don't know what's up with the blue. Blue door. Oh, apparently it's a thing in Feng Shui. Beachy and coastal homes indicates relaxed and casual style. If it's a deep navy blue or a dark blue, it portrays a conservative and well-ordered nature, similar to black. And a bright royal blue shouts, "Look at me! I'm fun! Let's play!" So that's what I could find on the doors.
So if you like this video,
at any point, I encourage you to hit the like button. And if you want to see more streams like this one, you might want to subscribe and maybe even ring that bell on the off chance that YouTube actually notifies you when I go live. And I will catch you guys on the flip side.
Stay hydrated, witches.
Stay hydrated.